Okay, so workbench editor label format controls the format of the label for an editor, and the label is the name that shows up here. So you have a few options here. Default, show the name of the file when tabs are enabled and two files have the same name in the group. The distinguishing sections of each file's path are added. When tabs are disabled, the path relative to the workspace folder is shown in the if the editor is active. Okay, so default is usually, well, and default is the default, by the way. Not always the case, and my opinion is that having a setting called default is weird, especially because sometimes the setting that's called default is not the default one. So that makes it very confusing. Anyway, so default just shows the name of the file. Usually that's what you see. Long shows you the whole path in front of the name of the file. Not useful at all, in my opinion. Medium is pretty good. So it shows you the name of the file and the path. It shows, the name of the project and the path. If I close this out, I mean, this makes some sense, but I still don't like seeing the name of the project there. I mean, well, I guess because I have two projects open. Well, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. But still, it's too long. Then we have short, which is show the name of the file followed by its directory name, which I don't find it to be very useful, because this just tells me that the main.css file is inside the CSS folder, but doesn't tell me where that folder is relative to my workspace, right? But either way, I would much rather just have the default setting, just have the name of the file, because the path of the file is in the breadcrumbs already. So you don't really need that in the label, right? So when I switch to this file, I know that this main.css file is inside this repository, inside the assets folder, inside the CSS folder. And this is the name of the file, this is the symbol. And in this case, it's the same thing. In this repository, assets, JS folder, and we have the file there. And then we have symbols if we want to navigate these symbols. So I think the default option here is really the best one.